So it's the 4th of July. I do not celebrate this holiday, but we'll talk about that later. We're just gonna take a little ride around the yak real quick. I got a few minutes before my clothes get dry. So we're gonna take a little ride and see what people doing around noon on this 4th of July. So I can go get my car washed. Such a cloudy, ugly day. But I kind of like that because we can sit outside and not get baked, broiled, and fried by this motherfucking sun. So that's cool. It's still hot outside, just cloudy. Let me tell you why I don't celebrate the 4th of July. The 4th of July is the celebration of the independence, the emancipation of the people who enslaved my ancestors. So it just seems kind of weird to me to celebrate and be happy because the people who enslaved my ancestors were granted their freedom when they won the Revolutionary War. When they signed the Declaration of Independence, it had absolutely nothing to do with black people. The only thing it did was allow them to say that we weren't a whole person. We're not human as they are. But DNA shows that they're closer to an animal. They're closer to a Neanderthal. And we are 100% human. Y'all not even 100% human. I don't know how things got so mixed up and how they were able to. Well, yes, I do know, because one, they brought our ancestors from Africa, not including the people who were already here. Clock that T. They would not allow us to read or write. They would not allow us to read or write. They would beat us, maim us, hang us, set us on fire, take each one of our limbs and tie them to a horse. One horse for the leg, one horse for the arm, one horse for the other leg, one horse for the other arm. And they would slap those horses on their ass, So they would take off running and rip our limbs from our bodies. They would take our babies, and when they wanted to catch alligators, you know, alligators, Louisiana, Florida, Alabama, you know where the gators are. And they would use our babies as bait to catch the alligators. They would cut the genitalia off of our men, tie them to a tree, hang them, and set them on fire. Women were done the same way. Of course, they don't have, you know, the same genitalia as men, so, you know, hang them, burn them. And they would bring their children. They would bring their children, their families, out to where they were hanging a person. And they had a celebration. They had a celebration. And they call us violent. They have the nerve to call us violent. The same people who, if you were pregnant and they figured that your baby was going to be another slave, because if you kept producing, you're producing more slaves. The babies that they used as bait, those were the ones that, you know, might have came out a little, you know, with some type of birth defects or something that might not have made a good slave. Oh, that's nothing. They're nothing. They're not useful. Get rid of them. But if she was pregnant, as to not damage their product that she was carrying, they would dig out a hole in the ground, lay her face down with her stomach in the hole, naked, and beat her. The tools that they used for whipping, at this moment I can't remember the name of it, but the way that they made it, it was damn near as hard as an oak tree. And that's why they could hit us with it, and one hit would split you open. One hit will split you They would hit us 100 times, 50 times. 20 lashes. $50 lashes. When one hit, one splits you open. And they call us violent. They have the nerve to call us violent. If you did not do what they wanted you to do, if you did not do a good enough job, if you worked too slow, if you said something back, rolled your eyes, like anything, you would be brutalized. But we're violent. Really? And you're not? The most diabolical people on earth are the ancestors of Europe. They did hideous things. You wouldn't even be able to stomach it. But we're violent. Try to run away from this violence. We're gonna tear your ass up, apart, literally. But we're violent. That went on for about 400 years. Crazy. How do you think the police department even started? It was groups of men who went out to find the slaves who had ran away and dragged them back to where they had came from, because they were out of order. They were slave catchers. That is the origins of the police that we know today. Slave catchers. Then fast forward. By 1865, 1870, somewhere in there. Because don't think just because the Emancipation Proclamation was signed that slavery just ended. It didn't. It did not. It continued. Because these people did not want to let go of their slaves. And you know what the United States government did? They said, we'll pay y'all. We'll give y'all money. We'll give y'all land. We'll make sure y'all good because y'all lost y'all property. y'all labor. So we're going to give y'all money to make sure y'all all right. To make sure y'all good. They told us we were free from slavery. With nothing. With nothing. Our ancestors worked for 400 years for free. Cleaning your homes, raising your children, tending your land, taking care of the animals. And y'all got the nerve to call us lazy. We tired of working for you motherfuckers. We tired of working for y'all. So fast forward. After they claimed the slaves were free and just threw them out to the wolves with nothing, we still said, as long as we work, pay us to work, so we'll be able to take care of ourselves and take care of our families. And these motherfuckers did everything they could to stop us from getting jobs, to stop us from buying homes, to stop us from buying land, to stop us from getting an education, to stop us from prospering. They did everything. They told us no at every turn. They redlined the neighborhoods. They created the prison system. And my bad, redlining wasn't even yet. Redlining hadn't even happened yet. We have been struggling in this country for centuries. Centuries. Even after all the lynchings and all the horrible things that they did to us, we still pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps and created our own economy, created and sustained our own neighborhoods, our own businesses. And you know what they did? They burnt that shit down. They burned it down. Dropped bombs on it. Several black neighborhoods, several communities. They saw us prospering. They saw us doing well. They saw us dressing well. They saw that we had money and we were creating wealth for ourselves. and they hated it. So they set it on fire. Came through with guns and whatever else they can find, and killed as many black people as they could. Set everything on fire. Completely destroyed everything. Because they don't want us to have nothing. Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why. We didn't do nothing but get kidnapped, mutilated, abused.